Welcome to DeLuLu Land Live. I'm your host, Uncle Rice. I hope everybody's enjoying your night so far. I'm definitely enjoying mine. If you're new to the page or you just joined because of the DeLuLu Land video you saw, make sure you introduce yourself in the comments. Don't hesitate and drop your city in the comments. That way I can show some love from my city to your city. Welcome in to everybody that's coming in the room. We're going to go ahead and get the TikTok live started in a second. And you know, when I start the TikTok live, I got to go with my theme song. Welcome to everybody coming in the room. Make sure you check in, say hello, drop in. You already know we got a good show. And we are going to definitely discuss some DeLuLu topics like we always do. We'll get the TikTok live started now. And then we're going to work on all platforms. So welcome in. Go ahead and get that started too. Want to make sure we rocking and rolling. Hope everybody having a good night tonight so far. And if you are, hey, just know you got to maintain that level. And if not, just know it gets greater later. You know, we always chop it up about everything that has to do with relationships. And I want to start off just with one of the videos that I just dropped. And there was a young lady talking about how her daughter opened up the door to her car and hit another man's car. Now, when she hit that other man's car, the mama didn't say anything. The man in the other car started going off, and he actually started yelling at the daughter. So the question is, was the man wrong for being upset, and should mama had corrected her daughter? You in the car with your 6-year-old. Your 6-year-old goes to get out of the car, swings the door open, and hits the person's car next to you. The mother didn't say anything. And welcome in to all my folks on TikTok. When you come in on TikTok, make sure you tap that screen, and we're going to get things going. But like I say, the mother, she didn't say anything. She said she froze up because she was scared of the man. So my question to you is, should the mother have actually said something? Should she have said something to her daughter? Should she have said, I'm sorry, to the man whose car the daughter hit? Daughter hits the other man's car and scratches the man's car up. And the man is upset about it, so he starts going off. The daughter's not, the mama's not saying anything to the daughter. So I guess the man felt like he needed to step up and say something. Welcome in, everybody on TikTok. Come on in and drop your city in the comments when you come in. I'll make sure I try to show some love from my city to yours. Now, like I was saying to my folks on Facebook, what is your opinion on that? Should the mother had apologized to the man for her daughter swinging the door open and hitting that man's car? The woman said, I can't believe that my fear for men made me freeze up to the point where this man yelled at my daughter and I didn't say anything. And I know it's wrong for the man to yell at a 6-year-old. That's out of pocket. But I think something that people probably missed on that video is simply that the mother never apologized to the man for hitting his car. She acted like the man should just understand, oh, she's just a little kid, so my car, you know, that's your car, but you got to understand she's a kid. What up, Atlanta, Georgia? Welcome in. I appreciate you. When you come in on TikTok, make sure you tap that button. Make sure you tap that like button when you're coming in, just like you're wiping your shoes when you're walking in Uncle Rice's house. We're going to get going like we always do. And if you are just coming in, you are rocking with DeLuLu Land Live. I'm your host, Uncle Rice. I welcome all y'all in. What's going on, Big Mama? Appreciate you. Now, we're going to get started with the first scenario. And my people on TikTok, you won't be able to see the scenario, but you will be able to hear it. So check it out, and we're going to come back and we're going to unbox it together.
Respectfully, I do not care how this sounds. I am not laying down with a man who is not doing anything for me, especially if we supposed to be locked in. Yes, I'm expecting you to do certain things. Like, I shouldn't even be with you when we're locked in and you know that I'm struggling and you're not doing for me. I don't care if it's called selling cat, prostitution. Like, y'all can put whatever title on it that you want, but no man that likes you or that genuinely fucks with you is going to watch you struggle. Even if you're just like, oh, hey, I'm doing this right now or whatever, and he doesn't mention or offer to help you, yeah, he doesn't fucking like you. And I don't want to be around no man that acts like he doesn't like me. So call it what you want. And that's just what it is.
All right, so the title of this is Help or Leave Me Alone. And welcome in all my people on TikTok. Keep on tapping that button. If you're coming in here because you love Uncle Rice and DeLuLu land, keep on tapping that button. Get us on the algorithm over here. And so the young lady says, help or leave me alone. The question is, should a man be expected to help a woman he's dating? I love them all, but I'm tired of helping, is what my man said. Should a man be expected to help a woman that he's dating? Now, they're not in a committed relationship, but they are dating and they're hanging around. What up to my people out there in the NAP, Indianapolis in the building? Appreciate you. So, should men be expected? And are women wrong for expecting a man? Now, they kicking it, they hanging around, they doing their little thing together, but they're not in a committed relationship. But she says, you either help me or you leave me alone. I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to play it back for you one more time. So if you're on TikTok, you didn't hear it, listen in. And my Facebook people, I want to see your responses, and YouTube also. I don't want to leave y'all out. I want to see your response too. Let me know what you think in the comments. Should a man be expected to help a woman out that he is strictly dating? Non-committed relationship. All right, let's play it again and let's unbox it.
Respectfully, I do not care how this sounds. I am not laying down with a man who is not doing anything for me. Especially if we supposed to be locked in. Yes, I'm expecting you to do certain things. Like, I shouldn't even be with you when we're locked in and you know that I'm struggling and you're not doing for me. I don't care if it's called selling cat, prostitution. Like, y'all can put whatever title on it that you want, but no man that likes you or that genuinely fucks with you is going to watch you struggle. Even if you're just like, oh, hey, I'm doing this right now or whatever, and he doesn't mention or offer to help you, yeah, he doesn't fucking like you. And I don't want to be around no man that acts like he doesn't like me. So call it what you want. And that's just what it is.
So I want to see what my people say. TikTok, I want to see your opinion. Should a man be expected to help a woman that he's dating? Ladies in the comments, do you expect a man to help you out? Let's say you got a bill that need to be paid. Let's say you had a flat tire. Let's say that, hey, something's going on and you need some help. Do you think a man should help out? Money is the root of all evil. Let me read this comment right here. It says, money is the root of all evil. I would choose myself before going through multiple heartbreaks. I hear that. Only if she's emotionally supportive. Okay. What my opinion, genuinely, I don't think he's obligated to help, but I do want to say that everything she said is not DeLuLu. Everything she said isn't DeLuLu. Simply because if you think about it, if a woman is dating a man, it's certain things that that man is going to expect from that woman, regardless of what anybody say. What up to all my people just coming in on TikTok? I appreciate all y'all. Come on in. If you haven't followed the page, make sure you do. If you love DeLuLu land, keep on tapping that screen. As I said, I genuinely don't think he's obligated to. And if she comes into the door thinking that, hey, because me and him laying down, he gonna give me some bread, then I don't know about that. What would you do if I didn't meet you? She'd have to do it herself. And what's up to my people in Maryland? That's a good point. But we got to be honest here. Most women nowadays, they figure like this. Once she get with a man, he's supposed to be making her life better. Drop a 1 in the chat if you've ever heard that. Not saying we agree with it or not, but drop a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. Let me check out some of these comments. Is she cooking for her man? Is she staying on code within the relationship? Most times not. And I appreciate all you folks on TikTok dropping y'all comments. You know, it's assumed that that hard-earned money that man is making, it's assumed by many women, depending on how pretty she thinks she is, and we all know most of the Delilahs think they're a 10. Drop a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. Most Delilahs, if you ask them what do they rate themselves, they will put themselves 8 and above. At least. At least. And many of them come with the entire mindset that if I'm laying down with him or we doing anything, then he gonna help me with a bill. Fix a flat tire, I got it. Nails and wigs, bills, hell no. Respect, bro. Hey, we keep it a buck in here. And I think that this is something that we see happen all the time because the expectations are very high on the single man in 2026. Drop a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. The expectations of the single man in 2026 is higher than helicopter blades. Higher than helicopter blades, I promise you. They expect you to come with everything. You got to come all the way fixed so you can make sure you deal with whatever damage, baggage, and anything else that might come along with you choosing this super beautiful woman. Like she said, you could call it what you want to, but this is what I expect. Only if we building something together. If we just kicking it now, I thought they don't need no man. Thank you for opening single men's eyes. They always get played. Hey, look, all I'm doing is making sure that none of my brothers could say, didn't nobody tell them. If they ignore it and don't listen, then understand, hey, if it don't apply, let it fly. It's not all ladies, but it is all men that need to know the rules that I'm putting down. So I appreciate that. So we're going to move on to a scenario. Again, TikTok, you won't be able to see the scenario, but I will do my best to make sure that I'm a good enough order that you understand. And as I always say, here comes the bullshit. What's up on the screen right now for my people that can't see is a man standing outside with a dozen of roses. He's standing outside a beautiful house. Well, the house, okay. The shutters are open. There's a woman standing inside at the dinner table. There's Christmas gifts on the table, and there are kids opening up the gifts. So just picture that. It's a man standing out in the snow with a dozen of roses, looking through the window at a woman and her kids while the kids are opening up their gift. No, he's not a strange guy. But this is called the Christmas trick. It's called the Christmas trick. You are Secret Santa. After you buy the gifts, the clock starts ticking. There are so many relationships, quote unquote relationships, situationships that start this time of year. And you know why? Because she's trying to get them Christmas gifts out your ass. She wants those Christmas gifts. And she knows if she's nice enough to you, you might be one of them guys to get that Christmas bonus at the end of the year. If she treats you good enough, you might be one of those guys that's working overtime to make sure you could do a little bit extra for the people that you love. She knows that if she could get her hooks in you, Delilah gonna get them gifts. And little Reggie and little Keisha, they're going to be happy on Christmas, but your pocket's gonna be a little bit drier. Drop a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. There are some out here because we got to talk about the real shit, the stuff that happened in our neighborhoods that don't nobody really discuss on the big platforms, like the girls that'll date you for them damn Christmas presents and cut you off right after you buy the gifts. That's the one thing that you have to realize that does happen around this time of year. And then I'm going to highlight something else that happens. And ladies, y'all going to be able to relate to this. But I see the ones coming in. They'll do and say anything to secure a man's resources. We have to understand there's some women that will date you because they really want you. And then there are some women that will date you because they need that help. They need that aid and assistance. They need that AA. They need that AA, not AAA, not talking about a flat tire, not talking about your car. We talking about that AA, that aid and assistance. Drop a 1 in the chat if you ever heard of that, or if you've ever seen that, or if you unfortunately have been done like that. Because there's some good guys, and it don't make you simply mix simpleton just because you thought, damn, she the right one. I know, you know what? I know she got a couple kids, and I know I said I wasn't going to date no woman, you know what I'm saying, that had kids, but damn, I'm really digging her. Man, her kids is cool as hell. Man, you know what? I think I'm going to get Shorty that PS5 for Christmas this year because, man, Rebecca been treating me good. Man, Becky been treating me great. Buy the gifts. Damn, what is that? What is that sign? Is that a stopwatch ticking? No, it ain't no stopwatch. That's just the time on that relationship running out on your ass, brother. That's what that is. You bought the gifts. You bought the gifts. And on the same token, what you say, they some good actors. They're great actresses. And understand something. I'm about to talk, and brothers, don't y'all go nowhere, and this might be funny to you. I wish you could see the meme. The next one is the Tax Time Romantics. The Tax Time Romantics. My man Romel said, I'm guilty. I got screwed at the end. Never again. He bought them gifts. And you know I'm not lying. But let's talk about the Tax Time Romantics. The people that's on Facebook right now is looking at this buffed, heavyset, dark-skinned dude, long dreads, and they're looking at this very fair-skinned, portly young lady with red hair holding her W-2s in her hands. The Tax Time Romance. How many of y'all know somebody that got a boyfriend right around October? Got a boyfriend right around October. Or he came back home. Or you know what, girl? Reggie done came back home, girl. Reggie done came back home. Everything back good. He want to be a family again. He want to be a family again. Reggie really want to be a family again. I knew he'd come around. I knew Reggie would come around. He did. Girl, I'm about to go get that PS5 for him, a new controller, and them Jordans. Reggie really done made Reggie finally, he came home. He want to be with little Reggie. That temporary boyfriend material, that's every year, brother. I know, because bro is just stopping through. He is like the metro train. He coming through, but he ain't sticking around. By March, Reggie is everything under the sun. By April, we got a string of reels coming out of ladies talking about, I can't believe Reggie. Girl, don't you never deal with this type of man. The Tax Time Romance. It happens all the time. What up, what up? I appreciate you, 3-4. Is it the same as a woman dating a man strictly for money? That's the question to my folks on Facebook, YouTube, and my TikTokers. Is it the same as a woman who dates a man strictly for money? When a man dates a woman to get some of that tax return, damn, she getting 20,000 back. Tax time, DeLuLu logic. Damn, you hold on. You know what? Hey, you heard Joni do got 3 kids, bro. You know, she got 3 of them, bro. And all of them under 12. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna ask her out. Can I use your car? Now you already know. Reggie gonna ask his guy, can I use your car? He gonna grab his jogging suit, might go over here to the swap meet, go grab him one of them gold on the road chains. He gonna put the whole kit on. She gonna think she going out with Gucci. Really going out with Pookie. But it happens, but is that the same? That's my question to y'all. Is that the same when a man say, you know what? She got 4 kids. Man, forget that tax money. The love and heart of God is better, which is true. But some folks still want that bread. Some folks still want that bread. 3 kids, 20K income tax. You see that, Romel? Man, it's a little schedule, I guess. You can look at. Damn. Hey, Romel, I didn't know that, bro. I genuinely didn't know that. You just taught me something. But let's not stick on one subject, even though this one is a little bit funny. Let's move on to the next subject. Because TikTok, y'all gonna hear this one. And this is about selective dating. How a lady can tell one man, nah, I don't think I'm gonna date him. And then on the flip side, tell another dude, could you come get me? And shout out to all my people on Facebook. I didn't see all y'all comments, but I promise you this, I'm on it now. I see them, so I'm gonna make sure I pop in with y'all too. And I appreciate everybody for rocking. Put your ears on. Listen to this next scenario.
Last week, Monday, a guy asked me to go on a date on Friday. And I said, yeah, I'm free. Sounds good. Asked me to go to dinner. Perfect. Amazing. So don't hear from him for the rest of the week. Okay? He asked me Monday, don't hear from him. Friday, I'm at clinical, don't hear from him all day. I have a horrible day on Friday. So when I get out of clinical at 5, I'm like, I actually don't want to go to dinner at 7 and I haven't heard from you. So cool, bet. I have a 2-hour beforehand rule. That is your absolute limit. I prefer 24 hours ahead of time, but 2 hours ahead of time is the minimum. So don't hear from him. So I move on. I go to Costco because Costco is going to make me feel better. When I'm at Costco, I get a phone call. He's like, hey, are we still on for 7? No, we're not. Then we're talking a little bit, and then he was just like, actually, since we're rescheduling because of you should pay on Sunday. I was like, yeah, that's not happening. He was like, then we're not going on a date. Sounds good. Have a good night. Click. Okay, immediately wrap that up. Like, what? There was another guy that was asking me to go on a date Friday night, and I said no because I was going on the other date. So then he followed up, can we go tonight? And I said, you know what, sure, yeah, we absolutely can, since the other contender has taken himself out. What we need y'all to understand is there's literally always a line. Always. And there's always someone willing to do what you won't.
So we're going to call this one What One Won't Do. And I'll ask my ladies, is it always a line of men waiting to take you out? Do you always have that many options? This young lady says, one man said, you know what? Shit, we didn't really connect and it's your fault. So we need to split this bill or you pay for it. She didn't like that, cut him off. Turned right around, went out with another dude. Is it always a line waiting? Peace and hair grease to you too, CTLA. And I ask that question because you hear this a lot. Ladies say, what one man won't do, another man will. Drop a 1 in the chat if you've heard of that statement before. What one man won't do, another man will. And if you haven't followed the page, I want to see a follow train right now. Let's go, folks. Tap that screen. If you're not following, then hit that like button. Let's get this room back up. And like I said, is there always somebody waiting? I hear a lot of my guys say, it's just your turn, bro. I call cap on that. I understand that women have options, but if that dude was her first option, let's be honest here. If she was her first option, she would have went out with his ass in the first place. See, we got a lot of dudes that love sitting on the bench. Those are the guys that will sit on the bench and will wait and hope that she pluck him out of her magical, sparkly, glittery inbox and allow him to spend his money on her. Wait. What one person won't do, another one will. It's not just men. I genuinely believe, though, are those really options, though? Are those really options? Somebody that you decided not to go out with at first, but now, since somebody else didn't do what you wanted them to do, you just slide them to the side. Ain't no more compromise. Do men and women, single men and single women, do they compromise anymore? Drop a 1 in the chat if they compromise. Drop a 2 in the chat if it's my way or the highway. I want to see. Drop a 1 in the chat if they compromise. Drop a 2 in the chat if it's my way or the highway. My way or the highway. I see Lamar. Let's see who else we got. Is it my way or the highway, or is it the other one? Because I always thought that, most times shit ain't going to be perfect when y'all meet up. Most times, you see the dudes, they talking about you got to plan a date, you doing all this extravagant shit, and then you get blocked an hour later after she leave and go home. Why not find out if y'all like each other first before the expectation of that man spending a bunch of money on you comes into play? This is a question that's a little off subject, but I'm curious. Why demand that man spend XYZ amount of money for your experience? Why demand that? I'm just curious. She got to show some love and not just be shuffling in the deck. Facts. Because my thing is this: if you could get a date that damn quick with another dude, I didn't want to take you out no way. These are the same ones that will date Ronnie on Monday, Bobby on Tuesday, Ricky on Wednesday, Ronnie on Thursday, and Mike on Friday. And Ralph get to see her on Sunday, rinse and repeat. And y'all see the video I put up where it was the lady that said she went out on like 350 dates and she only paid for dinner like 12 times in the whole year? I want you to think about that for a second. If we can't do something simple on the first date, that tells me everything I need to know from jump. Facts, Lamar. I agree with that 1,000%. I agree with that 1,000%. And that's why I tell dudes, hey, don't have no birthday in her inbox, bro. If you've been sending her messages for a month and ain't shit cracked, you ain't got a chance to go out with her, y'all ain't linked, nothing happened, hey, leave that shit alone. Leave it alone, bro, because all you're doing is sitting on the bench picking splinters out your ass, and then you waiting on somebody to eventually decide they want to deal with you. Now you know you paying top price for the same person somebody else say, no, you need to pay for this shit for me. I don't know how that doesn't bother the average man. I'm just being honest with you. I don't know how that don't bother a man to know, hey, homie got everything for the free. And now you paying top price. It's like he got VIP passes and your ass got to go back there and wash dishes. Hey, I appreciate you, Romel. I'm never going to be playing B. Bro, I don't understand why any brother would. Because at the end of the day, that only happens when you're dating out of your zone. When you dating the women and choosing from the women that like you, you don't have that problem. The problem is a lot of times the ladies that like you, you probably look at and be like, I ain't sure about that. Not realizing, bro, literally that's your crop. That's your whole, hey, that is your group. That's the carton of eggs you got, bro. If you got 12 of them in there and 7 of them cracked, bro, it's a reason why you probably, I don't know. But you are, I do know. You're attracting exactly what you're supposed to attract. But when we be trying to reach around them eggs in our carton, trying to reach in somebody else's carton, we be wondering why we come out the way we do. If you don't choose the right dance partner, bro, you're going to get your toes stepped on every single time. You see guys, and the only reason they asking her out is because she fine. Bro, make her do more than that. Make her say more than that. Make her be more than that. Don't let fine be enough because you play yourself out then. Because now you little broing yourself to a woman. You sonning yourself to her. You're looking up at her like this. Oh, please choose me. Nah, bro. You can't do that. Yeah, it was just the lights on the window, baby. You can't do that. Always got to have a genuine friend connection that are there for you, not your money. And it's easy to tell who there with you for your money. Drop a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. Drop a 2 in the chat if you ain't learned it yet, and it's okay if you haven't. But drop a 1 in the chat on my TikTok and on Facebook if you agree with that. It ain't hard to tell if she only dealing with you for the money. And a lot of guys know that and still go through with it because now they done spent the money, they hoping to get some cheeks to make it worth his while. Drop a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. A lot of guys know she ain't fucking with him for no other reason than the money. They're the guys that sit here and tell you, man, it's better to just pay. It's better to just pay. It's better to just come out your pocket. It's cool. It's a little bit better if you do it that way. No, the fuck it's not. Stop letting people convince you of that lie. Bro, because you could get the same thing without you running your pockets. How do I know that? Because I guarantee you, even the baddest you done seen, somebody done went scot-free, free passes, buddy passes, frequent flyer. But you running your pockets. It's time guys took a step back. I know the ladies talking about their strict programs and everything else for 2026. I know they are. But gentlemen, listen to Uncle Rice. It's time to take a step back. Fade away like MJ. Kobe leg kick. 1.6 left on the clock. It's time to take a step back and say, hey, look, you gonna treat me like I'm who I am or I ain't fucking with you. You ain't gonna play me like, oh yeah, you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm doing you a favor by dating you. Those days need to end. And the only way they can end is that we push this very same motion and message that we are going to stand on our worth. I don't care if you flipping burgers currently at Wendy's, bro. Stand on your worth. Your dating pool is right around you, and make sure you require the women that you have been given around you in your environment, which is truly your dating pool, not that shit you searching up on the net. Your dating pool is out of them ones that be batting their eyes at you that you see on the daily, bro. Start standing on your value as a man, bro. Encourage more. Let me see what this say right here. Some dudes can only get kitty by using money, bro. And you know what though? Nah, let me, and I appreciate you saying that, but let me tell you why that's not quite true, bro. And I'm gonna piggyback with you on it. They're just not dating their speed. They're not dating and willing to accept the women that do find them attractive or are interested in them, because those women aren't conventionally attractive to them. They are not what other people might see as attractive. So they stand offish with them, bro. That's the facts. Drop a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. I know that ain't something guys would like to hear, but the truth is, if you got to dish out bread to get it, that just means you balling out your league, bro. That means you balling out your league. Because there's some guys that's so far in her league that literally he ain't got to do none of that shit. She chasing behind him. She hitting his line 24/7. She crying on her pillow about him. You ain't got to like it. I'm not going to fall for the narrative that they trying to run. They trying to run this narrative, and all they're doing, they dangling the carrot in front of you. Understand, little bro, they dangling the carrot right in front of your face. Because they know he gonna pay anything because he know his ass ain't supposed to be here. And then she giving you that, oh, are you finished? That's the action you getting. Are you finished? No, we ain't gonna do that. No. You ain't gave me, bro. That's as bad as not getting it. Me neither, bro. No more big mamas for real. Hey, we gotta stop falling for the finesse. Hold on, TikTok. My folks on Facebook, I appreciate y'all popping in and locking in with me and my people over on YouTube. I'm going to end the stream here. TikTok, we're about to go 150%.